So, welcome, my beautiful puppies, to your sophomore portfolio overview. My beautiful puppies, it never gets old. Okay, so we're here to talk about what you'll be including in your sophomore portfolio. But first, you want to really think about the portfolio as a place where you can evaluate and really see your growth from over the course of the year. I've seen your growth. You've all made tremendous amount of growth as writers and readers, thinkers, as beings since the beginning of the year, and now is your chance to evaluate that for yourself. So there are 4 pieces that go into the portfolio, and the first piece is the writer's reflection, which we'll be writing together in class. It's a timed writing piece. The next piece that you must include is one of your personal experience essays. You've written 2 personal experience essays. If you remember way back in August when we read the Jhumpa Lahiri short story, you also wrote a personal piece which was called Your Connection, and how you became the reader and or writer that you are. And so that is an option for the piece. Some of you may choose to include that, but you may also want to consider that your more recent journey, your personal narrative journeys, may be the stronger piece. For many of you, they are. That was the first piece this year that I really saw the leaps and bounds that you've made so far. So think about which piece you think demonstrates your best writing ability. The next component of the portfolio is the thesis essay, and you've also written 2 of these this year. You may choose to include your catcher essay, which we wrote back in October, or your more recent, and I have to say the stronger of the 2 for 99% of you, the research essay. These research essays, I really cannot stress to you enough how fun they were to read. You were engaged with the material, you had done close reading, your writing, your use of voice was very clear, you understood the development of these types of essays. For many of you, these will be the ones to go with. Now that doesn't mean that they don't have a significant amount of revision work ahead of them, because those were first drafts, but for many of you, these were the more solid pieces. And then the final component is a choice essay. Now you can choose the other personal experience or the other thesis essay that you did not include if you feel like that's a strong contender and really shows who you are as a reader. Or you can choose one of the many other assignments we did. The Lord of the Flies assignments. You either wrote a speech, a collection of poems, or the last chapter. You wrote motif paragraphs for Catcher. You wrote the word traces, or the RTL. But you also want to consider which of those is your best piece. Now, as you can see, your homework asks you to download the revision plan from the class website. Go to your section and download the document from the bottom. And you'll complete the plan. So let's take a look at it and make sure you understand what you're doing. So here's the revision plan. For each piece, you'll write 1 to 2 sentences about the purpose of the piece, as well as the title above, which one you chose. You'll identify revision priorities, editing priorities, and then create one question that you want to address with me when we're in the labs working on revisions next week. You'll do the same for your personal experience essay. And it's not going down, but there is another page. There it is. And you'll do the same for your student choice. So come to class with these. You can print them out and write on them, or you can type out your notes, but these must be completed in class for Monday. Any questions come up over the weekend, you know how to reach me. Facebook, email. I think that's all you can do. You can't show up to my house. Okay. Have a great weekend, and please really think about how much progress you've made.